E.
Don't see him.
Welcome to the most underrated sniper in Call of Duty Warzone. It's one of the quickest, deadliest and most powerful weapons in the game. Welcome to the Kar98K. Today we're going to break down everything there is to know about this weapon. We will compare the stats, we will make this weapon even better than before. I will reveal a way to increase your muzzle velocity to over 1000 meters per second, and I will show you some of its best loadouts for Warzone. The Kar98K is a bolt-action rifle chambered for the 7.92x57mm Mauser cartridge that was used by the German Wehrmacht from 1935. In Warzone, it has a magazine capacity of only 5 bullets, but this time you cannot do anything about that, so you're stuck with only 5 bullets. Luckily, this marksman rifle can ADS in 310 milliseconds, which is almost twice as fast as the HDR or the AX50. Its rate of fire is pretty decent, with 36.5 rounds per minute, but I wish it would have been higher than the AX, which still beats it with 40 rounds per minute. The damage output of this weapon is very impressive for a marksman rifle. One headshot, one kill. It doesn't matter how far away your enemy is standing. This headshot will cause exactly 250 damage points. If you shoot your enemy in his chest instead, then you will cause 154 damage points, which means that the Kar98K has a higher damage rating than the HDR and the AX. Who would have thought that? The HDR only does 112 damage to an enemy's chest, and the same goes for the AX50. So you will only need 2 chest shots with the Kar to down the next guy, but with the AX and the HDR you would need 1 more bullet. This is a big advantage for the Kar98K. Unfortunately, it suffers from a steep drop in damage when you shoot your opponent in the stomach, because in that case you will only cause 86 damage points, and the same is valid if you shoot him in his arms or legs, which means that you will have to shoot him there 3 times. Which is still okay, because you would need exactly the same amount of bullets if you were using the AX or the HDR. The Kar98K also suffers from a damage drop-off point, but not for headshots. This damage drop-off point occurs at 55 meters, which is not very far to be honest. Later in the video I will show you how to extend your damage drop-off point. Your chest damage will drop from 154 down to 90 points, which is quite okay because you will now need 3 bullets to kill, which is fine. The problem starts with your stomach and limb damage points. Those are now only 50, meaning that you're going to need 5 bullets to kill, which is 2 bullets more than the AX and the HDR. So yeah, avoid shooting them there at all costs, because you will need your entire magazine just to make one single kill. When you have to reload your weapon, hopefully after 5 super clean headshots, it's going to take you 3.565 seconds. But with sleight of hand you can do that much faster, almost more than a second faster actually, because then it will take you 2.638 seconds, which is pretty nice. Just for info, you can now reload faster than the M13 without sleight of hand. Now that we know what the Kar98K can do, let's tweak its loadout to make it ready for Warzone, and then we can see how we can improve the stats. Let's start off with the barrel, because this is where you can improve your weapon the most. There are 2 options that make sense, and those are the Syngard 25.1 and 27.6 inch barrels. The first one extends the damage drop-off point to 70 meters, and the second one extends it to 75 meters, but this is not the main reason why these 2 barrels are so good. They also improve your muzzle velocity. The basic weapon has a muzzle velocity of only 720 meters per second, and now you can get 1000 meters per second and even 1029 meters per second with the 27.6 inch barrel, which is absolutely amazing. As you know, these barrels come with a few downsides. One of them is a slower ADS time. The negative effect of using this attachment is an increase to the ADS time from 310 milliseconds to 359 milliseconds, but it's definitely worth the trade-off. The monolithic suppressor is the best muzzle available in Warzone because it allows you to extend the damage range even further, and it suppresses your shots at the same time. But all of this comes at a cost. Your ADS time will suffer and your aim walking steadiness will be reduced. In one of my previous videos about the HDR, I told you everything you need to know about the sights and scopes in Warzone. If you haven't watched that already, then make sure to do so after this video. Unfortunately, your long range options for the Kar98K are a little bit more limited, and most of the scopes feel a bit weird for me. The only one that makes sense is the variable zoom scope, because then you can use the 3.5x and the 8x zoom if you want, but this is a personal preference, so please feel free to choose whatever you're most comfortable with. As you know, you can further turn your Kar98K into a beast of a sniper rifle by using the right stock. Weapon sway is one of the most annoying things a sniper has to deal with. Luckily, we can reduce the weapon sway to a minimum with the STVOL precision comp. That one is all about aiming stability. Last but not least, the stippled grip tape gives you a slight advantage because it improves your ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. However, it also makes sense to use sleight of hand because you cannot improve your standard magazine size. So it all depends on what you want to do and which game modes that you normally play. So, is the Kar98K an incredible marksman rifle in Call of Duty Warzone? Yes it is. It's so good that it's almost on par with the sniper rifles. You just have to make sure that you only go for headshots or chest shots, and then it's better than the sniper rifles. The only downside compared to the HDR, for example, is the slower muzzle velocity, so you have to get used to compensating for the bullet drop. But once you have that under control, then, well, you will become an absolute monster. If you guys want me to review a weapon on stream, or if you have a particular question that you're dying to ask, then come and join me live. You can also find the link in the video description. Make sure that you will be the first one to get access to all future weapon guides by subscribing to Fog of Gaming. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in Warzone.